Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Simple to Stunning Layout Design class. This is week 1, class 2. Now here is yesterday's layout, so I'm kind of showing you what we are going to do and add to this layout. Again, 2 pictures. We are going to trim those down to 3x4s. I have pulled out my April Hip Kit Club and I'm just showing you everything in the elements. So as this is the step up from the simple layout, you're going to see that we are going to add a marginally amount more to this layout. I am just flipping through the papers here and trying to figure out what papers I would like to use. At first I was thinking that I was going to use a pattern paper for my background. I do change that up and just go with a black cardstock just to keep her simple. I was going to go with the wood grain, but I ended up nixing that and just pulling out a black cardstock just to keep it pretty much onto the same level as where the L design was yesterday. And the L design is what we were focusing on. So we are yet again going to pick 2 of these pattern papers to create the large L, and I'm going to add some more we are going to add some more layers to the L today so that you can just kind of step her up. Once I started picking the pattern papers that I wanted to play with, that wood grain no longer worked. I am going to go ahead and show you I fussy cut out an entire row of these fun butterflies. Just a little teaser for you. I ended up fussy cutting the rest of that sheet as well, other than the 4-inch strip that I take off of the back side of the butterfly paper, which is that tone on tone teal paper. So this is just kind of how you want to fussy cut, in case anybody was wondering. Basically what I do is the hand that I hold the scissors in, which is my right hand, I hold completely still other than opening and closing the scissors, and I use my left hand to guide the paper and turn it as I am cutting. That just helps keep cleaner lines. I don't make you watch me do all that, but I do take each one and bend the wings up right around its little body, and that will give us some lift to the layout. So here is the black cardstock that I have chosen for the background, and I have a black and white plaid, and then a teal or blue and white pinstripe. I'm going to use the back side of that, which is flowers, and then this tone on tone, teal on teal paper. I am again trimming my photos down to 3x4s, and these are, this is Bumblebee, guys, brown dog, also known as Bee and Bumblebee. Yes, she was a bumblebee for Halloween because, well, that's, who she is as a person. Now, believe it or not, on this layout, for the title, I wanted to add a actual bee to it like I do most of her layouts, but when I reorganized my room and switched my desks around for this wonderful glass mat that I have there and the new lighting, I couldn't find where I put her bags of bumblebees. FYI, I have found them since. I put them in little magnet strips and put them to my one little knockoff Rascog cart. So yeah, found them. I know now. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and mat the photos on this piece of scrap that I had there just to pull in some of those extra colors, because those are going to be the colors that are in the butterfly. And I'm just using my scissors to do the wonky cuts. I am going to go ahead and use the black and white paper here with the cute little bows, because she's a girl. She's a total girl. So I am going to go ahead and cut. I line up the bottom, I cut the top, and then we're going to pull out our ruler and we are going to tear the paper along each side of the picture, just for a little added extra, something to make interesting on the page, because we are stepping it up from simple today. So we have got to add a little bit more. And yesterday's layout, super simple, I do know. So I am measuring to make sure that I remembered how those strips were. We are going to add an additional photo cluster today. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and cut my strip. There it is. We cut the branding strip off as well. And then I'm going to take that beautiful black and white plaid paper, the backside. Not really my jam, so I don't really care how we cut it. So I am going to, I'm making sure that that was the one that I wanted the backside to as well. Now I'm going to decide once again how I want the layers to go. I am definitely liking it that way. So we're going to adhere these two down. Now, as of yesterday, we went ahead and adhered the photo down right away. This time we are going to pop it up on some foam because we are going to give some lift and dimension to this layout today, because that is also an upgrade from a simple design. But again, I do know that I want the picture to go right in the same area because it's, honestly guys, it's going to be the same layout with different pictures and collections used and adding to it, just so you can see. I take this cute little piece of floral and on one side and the pinstripe on the other, and we are going to add another layer right along here. So you will see my cheater method. Yep, I'm not going to cut it. That's what, people who aren't lazy. That's what those people do. I just tore it because I knew it's going to be hid under there anyway. This one I went ahead and cut, and we're going to make it, it's a make-believe that it is running the entire length underneath that black and white paper and also underneath the photo, but my secret. My secret is true. It is not. So I'm going to take my T-screw ruler and just make sure that I do kind of have that lined up so that it is straight. T-screw ruler, super cheap tool, but a necessity in my craft room. It helps me make things straight, guys, not gonna lie. So I'm going to take this little scrap that I had left from the offcut of that floral paper, and I'm going to line it up over here. So we're just going to stick that right down. All I want to do is make sure that it is not lined up with the floral paper. I get it where I like it, and then I just take some of my liquid glue and just squeeze her right underneath there. So now I want to make sure that I am putting the right portion of this little piece. I don't necessarily use my T-screw ruler now. I'm using more of the edge of the paper and, eyeballing it. Go ahead and get some extra glue under those pieces that I have pulled up. And we're going to bust out the big roll of foam tape from Brutus Monroe. Super thick. Super love this stuff. It is very sticky. I must once again use my craft knife, my little pin blade, to pop the release tape off. And I just, I use it just like you would the fun foam or the foam that you get from the dollar store. I haven't been to the dollar store in quite some time, so I'm all out of the foam, which the next time I go, I will be, I'll be grabbing some of that, probably 2 or 3 packs. It's $1. I might splurge and get 5, you guys. So as you see here, I'm going to pull off the release tape. And we are just going to put that right in the same area as yesterday's layout had the photos. I get that down. And we're going to come in with the title today first. And it's going to be Hey Hey Bee. Just Hey Hey Bee. She's sitting right here, and every time I say it, she looks at me, so it's kind of funny. I am going to go ahead and grab out all the letters that I need. These thickers here, they came in the Hip Kit Club, and this is the April Hip Kit Club. I haven't really busted into it and used a lot of these things, so I am glad to be using those. And now we're going to get the bee down, and I'm trying to figure out where do I want the bee to go, and I just decide to run it all the way to the edge of the paper. I would have liked to have an exclamation point, but this thicker did not come with it, so I'm totally fine with that. That 8 is stuck on that 9, and it was bothering me, and I was going to try to fix it, but I'm like, Becky, you're filming. Don't be doing that. Now these little fussy cut butterflies, I am going to create the cluster to the bottom left of my photo like we did yesterday. Only I'm going to use all these fun little dimensional butterflies, and I have all the wings turned up. Now, yes, you can put, if you want them to stay lifted. Sorry, that was Brown Dog. She's seen something outside. She's got a scary bark. Anyway, I would put some foam tape under the wings to keep them lifted, because I fully realized that when I put them into my album, the wings are going to get squished down, but I'm okay with that. So I get a few of those stuck right on down. Now these 2 pieces that I tore off, I'm going to use them again, but my trimmer was going to not cooperate because it's just really small. So I am going to create 2 cute little banners. And I'm going to leave the torn edge. Now this is how I create the banners, you guys. I just fold and cut. And I cut really close to where I creased the paper. That way you can't really see the crease, but if you can, I'm fine with that too. So I added a few extra butterflies. I added one over by the bee and that one that is sitting up there in no man's land. I have not realized that it's not glued down yet, and it will be shortly. It's not going to go there though. I take another strip of that floral paper and I'm going to use the pinstripe side, and we are going to create a cute little cluster of banners up here at the top right of the page, where it is pretty much a lot of quote unquote white space, and we're going to fill that up with another photo cluster today. And right there is where I threw that butterfly off and realized that I had an extra one. Thank goodness, because I need to go ahead and stick him right on down there. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more butterflies up at the top. I do have these are from my stash. This was not a part of the Hip Kit Club, but I seen them and I really liked the gold, so I did want to bring in some little wordy bits. So I'm going to go ahead and pop them around the page. They are pretty old and I'm not 100% sure where I even got them from, so I want to just add a bit of extra adhesive to make sure that they stick. And I'm just going to add one in each of my cute little clusters we have. So we have the big one at the bottom left, the medium one at the top right, and then the very small one right next to B. So those are your 3 and your visual triangle. I do take these 2 cute little chipboard bows and pop them in the larger clusters. I thought I was going to use that because I'm pulling in some other hearts. I had to pause the video again because she started barking because she's great. But it was like a deep dark green, just didn't match what I had going on here, and it really stuck out. So I'm going to use the rest of these chipboard hearts and pop one in each of the little clusters. I have this cute little sunflower hat. I figure she's got a hat on. It made sense in my head. I stick that over there on top of that little gold sticker that reads a fab. We were also going to use the little butterfly or the little rainbow because, you know, butterflies and rainbows. What a deal. We are going to pull in some puffy stickers. I'm going to use that gold strip at the top, and I'm going to run it right underneath my title. And then we're going to put one at the top of her pictures as well. All right, so this video is quickly coming to an end. Don't forget to hop on over to the Facebook group and post your 2 layouts if you have not completed yesterday's and today's as well in the coordinating albums for this week's classes. Also, if you have another video that you would like, or another layout you would like to share, please feel free to share those as well. Just do those on the main thread. The Facebook group will be linked down below. I am going to use these cute little gems that came with the Hip Kit Club. And I just use the 3 coordinating colors and make 3 little cute areas in each of the clusters. If you like today's class, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button down below if you have not already. There is the first layout, and here is the second layout. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the 3rd layout. Bye.